and welcome back to Caleb King's Very Awesome News, brought to you by Caleb King. Today, we will be going back in time to the Stone Age. Over here, we are looking at a group of men going out with weapons. To help us understand what is happening, let's call over our very special guest, Mr. Clone. Hello, Mr. Clone. Can you tell us what we're looking at right now?
Right now, you are looking at a group of men from a hunter-gatherer society going out to hunt animals for food. These hunters look for food while the women gather anything they can find that is edible, from berries and nuts to seeds and fruits.
Well, Mr. Clone, I know they certainly did not have an AK-47 back then. What did they use to hunt?
Of course! Well, first off, this age wasn't called the Stone Age because they didn't use stone. These tribes made tools like spears, bows and arrows, awls, axes, needles, and more using materials such as stone, wood, bones, other hard material, and even skin and fur for clothes.
Wow, it sounds like these people were much more resourceful than I thought. But, Mr. Clone, you still haven't told us where they live. Can you tell us?
Sure, most of the locations that these human communities lived in started in Africa. Then, these humans gradually started moving to other locations. Between 2 million to 1.8 million years ago, Homo erectus, one of the early humans, started moving away from Africa and to Eurasia. Over the course of more than 1 million years, these humans spread to every part of the world, from Asia to Europe and Australia and the Americas. The only continent not populated by humans was Antarctica. Since these humans had to move around so much, they had to be adaptable. This means they would have to make the most of what they had at the moment and be resourceful, especially if they moved to an environment where they were not used to.
Mr. Clone, how did the climatic changes and human modifications of the environment lead to the rise of agriculture and domestication and eventually to the first villages and even cities?
Well, the climate did affect the environment. Because of the Ice Age, bridges formed to new territories. Some had better conditions, some worse. This made it possible for humans to discover the domestication of animals, making it easier and faster to get food. Because of domestication and agriculture, humans were finally able to stop moving and stay in one place, leading to the making of the first villages. These villages each had a specialist who specialized in one job so that everything was more efficient.
Wow, Mr. Clone, the prehistoric man was a lot more interesting than I thought. But, Mr. Clone, I have one more question for you. What was life actually like for prehistoric man?
Combining everything we learned and talked about, we can conclude that these humans relied heavily on the need for survival, which led to the creation of tools to help them survive. There is evidence in this because of the hunter-gatherer groups. These people relied on their tools. Eventually, humans started to turn to agriculture and the domestication of animals, causing them to become more reliant on each other over time. That is how life was like for prehistoric man.
Thank you, Mr. Clone. And a very special thanks to our audience who stayed and watched through Caleb King's Very Awesome News. Thank you.